Okay, so we looked at integrals and kind of what happens in the number sense. Now I'm going to kind of show it using letters, so that makes sense. Usually, what I'm going to call this big F. We have big F of x, so when we take the derivative, we get f prime of x when we do the derivative. So when we integrate f of x, I'm going to call it little f of x. When we integrate it, we call it going to big F of x. So going from this one to this one is this process. But the f prime of x will equal f of x. Because we went up here in power, when we go down in power of big F of x, we get f of x. And where this comes into play is for this equation up here. If I started with the equation, if I had f of x equals 20x to the fourth minus 9x squared plus 7, and then I added a thing called an initial condition, then and I would say that big F of 0 equals 5. So I get back to this equation. And so here's what that does. So first I want to integrate f of x. So if I integrate f of x, I'm actually going to be integrating 20x to the fourth minus 9x squared plus 7. So then I'm going to integrate that. And so I'm going to get my 20x to the fifth over 5 minus 9x to the third over 3 plus 7x over 1. And so I'm going to get 4, that's a 3. So I'm going to get 4x to the fifth minus 3x to the third plus 7x. That's going to equal my big F of x. I'm also going to put my plus c because I have an arbitrary constant here that I don't know what is. But I do know from my initial condition that f of 0 equals 5. So if I plug 0 in, 0 for raised to the fifth power times 4, minus 3 times 0 plus 7 plus c, and I know this equals 5, well then that tells me, because these all are 0, that c equals 5. So by having the initial condition, I'm able to figure out what the c is, and so now I know that big F of x, I know that 4x to the fifth minus 3x cubed plus 7x plus 5 is what big F of x equals, which is what we started with, kind of what we wanted here. And so that's kind of how to find an integral with an initial condition, kind of what an initial condition is. I hope that was helpful.